Hey, my company's Review Fire, and what we do is we help small businesses with multiple locations drive feedback from their customers in order to improve their business. And we also drive happy customers out to do reviews online, Google, Yelp, TripAdvisor, wherever the customer needs reviews. And we started the business about 18 months ago. We officially incorporated in Texas in this past July. The software company was built from scratch from the ground up. We have customers locally like Driver's Edge in town, Chamberlain's Restaurants, Manny's in downtown Frisco is one of our single location customers. Computer repair, AC repair, anyone who interacts with the public who needs reviews. I mean, everyone in this business or in the room, I'm sure, has used reviews to decide on where to spend money, either on a hotel, on a restaurant, car repair. If a company has just a few reviews and they get a negative review, it really impacts their business. Half a star rating can be 10% in revenue for a company. So if you're a doctor who's doing 80 to 100 grand a month in revenue, and your star ratings fall, it could cost you $10,000, $15,000 a month, $8,000 a month in revenue just from dropping your star ratings. So our software does, and I'm burning through this. So we help customers solicit feedback from their clients. If the feedback's positive, we take the customer and we guide them out to do a review on Google or wherever. And if it's negative, our customers actually contact the unhappy customer they had. So the idea there is if you interact with a customer before they go to Yelp or go to Google, you can stop the bad reviews from going online. And we've actually proven this. So Chamberlain's in Addison has 2 locations. We have taken them, when they started with us, they had 85 reviews in 23 years in business. Since they've started with us, they've had 275 new Google reviews. Now on TripAdvisor, they're the #1 and #2 fine dining restaurant listed on TripAdvisor for star ratings, which is huge for their revenue. People traveling to town actually go to Chamberlain's because they have the top 2 brands in town. And it's been great. So we live in a reputation economy. Everyone uses Google reviews, Yelp reviews to decide where they're going to spend money. Our tool makes it easy for customers to get feedback. We turn positive customer feedback into reviews. We aggregate reviews into a single portal. If you own a small business, every morning, if you care about your customers and your business, you're online checking your reviews. We pull all your reviews into one spot. You can see them. And we also notify you as soon as you get a review. This is our market. It's primarily restaurants, auto repair, childcare, chiropractors, assisted living type places. Anyone who counts on reviews to drive traffic. Our competitors, we have 2 huge competitors. One of them's Podium. One of them's Bird Eye. Podium just got $25 million from Google Ventures. Bird Eye got $10 million from Sequoia Partners. And this is who we're competing against. I'm kind of here to get ideas on how to compete against these monsters without taking in a lot of money or not spending a lot of money. This is kind of what the portal looks like, and I'm going to try and do a quick demo. I only have 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, so I'm going to jump in real quick. When I throw this up to the screen, it's going to change. Oh. I have it here. I don't have it here. So the website in the back end is responsive, so when it goes on the screen here, it's going to turn to tablet mode. It kind of looks like that normally, but you're going to see a different view here in a second. And I'm actually showing you real data from Chamberlain's Restaurants. They let me demo their data. Sure I am. So we charge per location per month. It's a subscription model. All of our stuff is in the cloud. Trying to think what else I can tell you before this pops up. We have one customer who, there we go. All right, so this is our tablet view here, but I'll run through. So when you log into the portal, it shows you all your locations. If you have 2, 1, or 100, all your locations are summarized on the homepage. And you can actually drill down per location here and get a different view of the data. So this shows you my feedback for the month. So Chamberlain Steakhouse has had 103 feedbacks from their customer this month, which is kind of low for them. 4 stars, 4.8 stars. So this is kind of what the manager sees every morning when they log in. Online reviews this month, you can see all the reviews they got. 27 Google reviews this month for the restaurants that had 85 total in their whole history in 25 years. So you can see how this actually drives reviews to their site that they weren't getting previously. And hello. Didn't mean to do that, I just logged out. So I'm not even going to, I have so much time, I have no time left, so I'm not going to finish the demo. If anyone wants a demo online, you can send me an email. My card is back here, and I do webinars for the software on demand. And that's going to be the end of my presentation. I'll take questions.
I would imagine it's fee-based.
Yeah, it's a monthly subscription.
And is there any volume? I mean, when you say monthly subscription, is there tiers for that, or is it just one price and away you go?
I have 2 price points. Actually, I have 3 price points. One of them is full service. One of them is a full service price point where we actually respond to your reviews for you. Then we have another tier, which is our most popular tier, which lets you get text messaging to your managers and your clients. Then our bottom tier doesn't have SMS. It's just email notifications and email solicitation for reviews.
You didn't really mention Yelp in your demo. Is there a reason? And I saw in the little button that said pull your Google reviews, but there wasn't an option for Yelp.
We have a slogan, don't help Yelp. But yeah, we actually do Yelp. We do it against their guidelines. They slap us on the wrist all the time.
Yeah.
We scrape their data. We pull it into the portal so you can see all your Yelp reviews. And we do actually solicit Yelp reviews.
So it works the same as the Google stuff?
Yeah, so Google has a private API that no one knows about. There's 200 people in the whole world who have access to it, and we're one of those companies. So we actually have real-time interaction with Google data for reviews. And so we can pull your Google reviews and your Facebook reviews the same way in real time, anytime. Facebook is almost real time. Google is once an hour unless you push that button.
Got it. And then as a customer, what is my experience in terms of how am I solicited to write this review? What information do you
Great
need
question.
from me, and how does that
Great
work?
question. So we have a bunch of different ways to solicit a review of Driver's Edge in town. If you guys are familiar with Driver's Edge, they're a car repair company. If you go in there today and get an oil change, when you leave, we're integrated into their point of sale system. You're going to get an automatic text message or an automatic email based on how that store's set up to solicit the review. Other customers give out invite cards, and other customers do onesie-twosie emails to customers. And we even have clients who upload their data once a day, and they send all their feedback requests out at one time. Yes? It varies based on the kind of business you have. So I'm pull-through. I'm assuming you're talking about the response rate on feedback. Chamberlain's is as high as 32%. We have a customer that does water filtration systems that does 20%. And then on the low end, we have a customer who's around 8%.
Have you been able to correlate the positive reviews to increase sales?
Yes. Yeah. So 2 things. One, the really good customers, and we try and focus on people who want to improve their business first and not drive reviews. So if you're a crappy business and you want to go from 3 to 4 stars, I'm not interested in your business. So our customers use the feedback tool to improve their business so they can improve their star ratings. But yeah, we've seen Chamberlain's. When we took them to first and second on TripAdvisor in Addison and North Dallas for fine dining, a nice revenue spike. And then we have actually one customer that has 18 locations whose revenue is up drastically, and all they can attribute it to is their better reviews. Nothing else has changed.
You said something earlier in our conversation that I think most people may not know, that as you go to a car dealership, whatever, you get inundated with, please answer the survey. And the answer, the reason they do that and the reason they're trying to get better reviews is?
Car dealerships, a lot of their money's not made on a per sale basis. They get huge numbers, 6-figure numbers, based on hitting a customer satisfaction index number. And they could actually lose all that money if they don't hit a certain level. So if you bought a car recently, they're hammering you, please get the survey, give us all 10s. So we've actually built a system that ties into car dealerships that helps them determine why you're in the dealership, if you're happy or not. So when you're in finance, we have a kiosk, and when you're in service, we have a kiosk. And it generates a fedeback request based on how you answer the kiosk.
And are there other industries that are similar in that nature?
Not that I'm aware of. Car dealerships are, the way they're spiffed by the manufacturers is unique anything I've seen.
Kind of an existential question, but you know, in the long term, if all these services are effectively manipulating TripAdvisor and Yelp and all won't eventually the credibility of these reviews be diminished?
Well, you're not really manipulating TripAdvisor. So if you're using our tool properly, you're improving your business with the tool. So you're actually improving your business and improving your star ratings accordingly.
Well, but a company that is using a service like yours would do that so they could have a higher star rating than maybe a comparable product that wasn't using your service, correct?
Correct. So that other person should sign up for our service. Yeah, we actually just had a customer who's got 6 locations and their star ratings are horrible, and they're a bad business. So we see from the feedback how bad they are, and if they don't actually start improving based on the feedback they're getting, it's constantly negative. We're probably going to drop them as a client because it's constantly negative feedback.
So, first off, as someone who worked in customer service, I totally get where there's demand for this. I feel like people are a lot more likely to leave reviews if they had a negative experience, rather than someone who maybe just had like an above average or a generally positive experience, unless they're just blown away from, and that's anecdotal. But one question I had for you was, you mentioned your 2 competitors just got a lot of seed funding. Do you know where they're investing their funds?
Yes.
I would guess their sales force.
Sales and marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're spending all the money on marketing. The technology is almost identical. Their platform is probably a little more scalable based on the money they put into it, but it's marketing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You just said that you might drop one of your customers or 2 if they continue to have crappy ratings.
Yes.
And so I'm curious to know, like, what sort of benchmarks or criteria do you build into your contracts?
We don't really. So they're month to month, and our slogan is better reviews, better business, and we mean it. We want you to use our tool to improve your business. I don't want you using our tool just to get higher star ratings because you're actually fooling the client on the end. So we started this business, we were only doing feedback. We weren't pushing reviews. A big push in corporate America right now is voice of the customer. Listen to your customer, improve your business, improve your revenue. So this software is built on that premise. The reviews are just a nice add-on. So the tool really is to help people improve their business.
And then what about your client selection process? If you haven't talked about it
If you
already.
have a credit card?
Yes. Then I'm
Yeah,
my
you're
client.
good. Yeah. So let me give an example of someone improved their business. Chamberlain's Restaurants, they get a lot of feedback that their private dining rooms are noisy. And so they actually brought in acoustic panels. They've had people complain about the size of the booths at the fish market that are near the bar. They actually brought in a carpenter to trim some wood back and make the booths a different size. So that's our ideal customer. They're actually listening to their clients and they're improving their business. So if you're happy, you give 4 or 5 stars. There's 2 questions we ask you. We ask, what did we do right and what can we improve? And our good customers really read the what can we can improve from their happy clients. And they get the best feedback from happy clients who are trying to help them be better. It's been amazing. It's been a great experience just watching that whole process.
So what's your mechanism to deal with those negative feedbacks? Are you going to reach out for them or?
We have some customers who pay us to do that, but very little. So the natural process is if you give negative feedback, the manager of the restaurant, the AC repair company, whoever gets a text message, or they get an email, depending on how they set up the back end. And so it's instant. If you ask for a text message, you get an instant message that you have an unhappy customer. And then based on how well you run your business, you deal with it how you deal with it. Okay? A good business is calling or emailing the customer.
Really great platform. What are you doing to acquire new clients? What's your marketing?
Okay, so my current marketing strategy, and I'm a little on the fence with this one, and this is the one I've been getting most of my customers through, is that I go to people who do digital marketing, SEO, and web design. They have my clients are already their customers. So I'm getting them to resell the product. And they have 2 options when they resell. They can resell and service, and they get a higher percentage of my monthly revenue. Or they can just resell and walk away, and we handle it from there, and they get a smaller percent. And so if you want to resell and service, we give you 30% of your monthly revenue as long as your client you brought on is with us. So even if they leave you and they stay with us, you still get paid. So that's how the system works. And I'm looking to change that right now because we're finding is some internet marketing companies are better than others. So they could have 100 clients, but they're actually not helping their clients, and they're not putting our product in. And now I'm not able to go sell to those folks because we have an agreement with a reseller. Okay.
Okay, so my question is, a lot of us went to university and college, right? And then you got this phone call and say, "Where's my check? A donation, come in, get me the donation." Have you talked to university or colleges and having the kiosk at graduation and do a survey? How likely are you going to come back, or how likely are you going to send your children? Have you have any clients who are in the education sector?
We don't, but probably a better way, because everyone's really excited at graduation, so they're all going to say yes. But possibly a year after a follow-up email or text message is probably a great way to do that. So things we don't currently offer on the website that we have in the back end, we have a prospect tool. So if you're in an apartment building and you have a customer who comes in and walks your grounds, looks at an apartment, and they leave, we have a tool to actually survey them to see what they liked and what they didn't like about your space. And so if you're a good apartment community, you can actually use that feedback to improve your close ratio. So if I get feedback and I'm the owner and it says your pool was dirty, whatever, so these are things you can fix to improve your prospect close ratio. Same thing with daycares and senior living. So if I'm looking at a daycare for my child and I leave, I get the email asking me what I liked and what I didn't like. A well-run daycare can actually use prospect feedback to improve their close ratio and improve their business.
Okay, I think we've run out of time, but Bill, one last thing for you is you've already mentioned that you're looking for some additional funding to help with your marketing. Is there anything else we can help you with today?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm uncertain about taking outside funding yet. I bootstrap businesses and sell them is what I do for a living, and so I'm debating on that question. But I'm really looking for ideas on how do I compete against these people who just got a ton of funding from a marketing and sales perspective. I'm not sold on my current marketing and sales method of using resellers. I'm not sure it's the right path because I'm not getting what I expected out of it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.